we shall reflect on the lives of Saints Anna and Joachim. The Gospels give no indication as regards the parents of Our Lady, but the Proto-Gospels of James, dating back to the middle of the 2nd century, names them as Anna, which means grace, and Joachim, denoting Yahweh saves, and declares that their daughter Mary was born in answer to fervent prayer after a long childless marriage. Saints Anna and Joachim came from among a people who rose from the faith of Abraham, of a people formed by Moses, which Exodus describes as thirsting to know God's face. Anna is glorious among the saints because it was in her that the Immaculate Conception per se took place, whereby she became the mother of God, and in effect the grandmother of the Messiah. St. John Damascus says, "For she who was to be born had to be a firstborn daughter, since she would be the mother of the firstborn of all creation, in whom all things are held together." In bringing Mary to the temple at the age of 3 and dedicating her to the service of God in fulfillment of Anna's promise, Anna and Joachim both came through as perfect role models for Christian parents of every age and time, models of fidelity and diligence, of piety and modesty. Indeed, the single event itself came to acquire such singular importance in church doctrine that by 1585, Pope Sixtus V had the liturgical feast of the Presentation of the Virgin Mary included in the Western Church calendar. The strong character of Mary, as is evidenced in her decision-making, her steadiness in the face of crisis, her practice of continuous prayer, her devotion to the laws of her Jewish faith, her dedication to her relatives are all indicative of the close-knit, loving and God-fearing family upbringing that she had. The feasts of Saint Anna and Saint Joachim were each quite ancient in the Eastern Church, but came to be observed universally in the 15th or 16th century. In fact, 26 July was initially observed as Saint Anne's feast day only, until it came to be observed as Parents' Day in recent times. This feast, on one hand, reminds parents and grandparents of their responsibility to keep up the practice of traditional human values and offer them as a promise of hope to future generations. On the other, it reminds the young that the greater perspective of the old, their depth of experience and appreciation of life's profound rhythms are all part of wisdom not to be ignored or even taken for granted.